Let's go to the main card.
Let's go to the meat and potatoes. More to come on that.
All right, they need to cross over real quick. I can see the look on their face. All right, hurry up. You pause it.
Can we go? I can't get out the back door without more.
Yeah, they got stuck in the back. I saw the whole center. You should be getting this on tape for the uncut.
I couldn't figure it out.
They got stuck over there. They came out. They was just confused. We gotta wait 10 more minutes. Called Play It to the Bone. And in this movie, excuse me for young fellas, pause on the bone statement. In this movie, one guy told Woody Harrelson you could build 1,000 bridges and suck one bleep. At the end of the day, you're not going to be known as a bridge builder, but
you're going to be known as a bleep sucker.
Welcome to Guard Your Grill Boxing. It's your man Sleep.
I'm Cold Train. I burned my hand. That's why I'm rocking this wet.
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that. What are you supposed to do? Because I
used to
was a kid, I never know.
You could, like, your skin could fall off. You have all types of complications. Speaking of complications, we had a lot of complications. A lot of complications last weekend.
A lot of complications. But in case you wonder why Sleep opened up with that reference from the movie Play It to the Bone, somebody called him a Mexican hater and said he never picked towards Mexican fighters to win fights.
First of all,
I'm gonna let you defend yourself, because
first of all, from the door, we told you it's never personal. This is business, never personal. 4th album, EPMD.
We all
4 gold plaques. The headbanger.
That's Nino.
The headbanger.
That's Nino.
The headbanger.
It's never personal. That's Nino Brown.
Business never personal. So you know what it is with us, man. We call it. We deal with the science of the fights, and you know I was wrong. But if you gonna call me a Mexican hater, I picked Margarito over Cotto. That's when I got my name. What's the nickname I got?
That with the black hat.
Because I picked the round. I picked how the fight was going to turn out.
Right.
And a victorious win for Margarito. Picked Marquez 2 times with Pacquiao. And he did beat Pacquiao in my eyes the second time. Who else did I pick?
You picked De La Hoya over Pacquiao.
Oh, that didn't work out too well.
That didn't work out too well. But to your point, it's never personal. We pick fighters based on X's and O's.
It has nothing to do with race or what type of music you like, or, you know, if you particularly like a red shirt or a blue shirt, you know.
Right.
Even though my shirt's red, I have no, you know, I'm not part of any.
I will say this about Mexico. Mexico is kicking Puerto Ricans, as my fellows like to say in the UK, arse. They are kicking Puerto Rico's arse. All the big, we're going to get into why I just said what I said later, as we climb through, you know, the recap from the weekend. But man, Mexico reigns supreme over Puerto Rico right now.
What about Trinidad and Oscar?
Yeah, Trinidad, Oscar beat Trinidad. Public perception.
He was on his.
Yeah, but he won.
He was on his running man.
On the cards, he may have won the fight, but in the public perception,
yeah, it's just a way out.
Opinion,
a way to go out.
He won the
like
fight.
A sucker.
Julio Cesar Chavez. I mean, we can go to Salvatore. We can go through the list of the great Mexican fighters that beat other great Puerto Rican fighters. But that being said, let's go on to the card. Where do you want to start? I mean, it was so much. First of all, this was the greatest sports weekend that happened in a long time.
Start off with HBO, because HBO has now turned into the undercard.
They're turned into the undercard.
Showtime is the headliner. They got all the bright lights.
That a high definition.
You don't want to walk into the light, because my man EJ told me when you know, that's the symbolism things. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. So you want to start out with the HBO card? All right, we had Amir Khan versus Paul McCloskey.
What's the lights?
First of all, the fight. The dude got 31 victories, or how many victories? I would love to know who these people are that he beat. The dude Amir Khan fought. Like, you know, who was these scabs? But the fight ended up in a clash of heads. Amir Khan was dogging the dude. I thought he looked sloppy though in this fight, and I'm worried about him.
Do you think that was the audition for him to possibly fight the winner of Berto?
No, because he's still in junior welterweight, and they want him to take on Timothy Bradley before he make his exit to 147. But from what listen, styles make fights. This dude was there basically not to lose. McCloskey, Paul, whatever his name is, he was there not to lose. Wasn't no controversy. Dude was not winning that fight. He just wanted to say he made it to 12 rounds. It didn't happen. It ended on the cuts. Forget that fight. Look ahead, because that's who his next potential opponent going to be is Timothy Bradley. How do you see that playing out for Amir Khan? Because I got some issues. I got some worries, and I like Amir Khan.
I mean, I think Amir. I mean, you look at the whole situation. It's like someone grooming an artist. Like they were grooming Amir. Their prize pupils was Amir Khan,
right? Victor Ortiz
and Victor Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? And like they had some bumps in the road. They dropped the first single, a la Rock Nation, your favorite rapper in the whole wide world. What's his name?
Who?
Jay-Z's young boy.
Oh,
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
So they had some bumps in the road. So they trying to develop these guys, but Bradley come from a different place, man. I don't know if Amir Khan can handle what Bradley brings to the table. Has a nice jab, things like that. But Bradley, he got a lot of dimensions to him. So I don't,
I think I always said straight punches can beat Timothy Bradley. A good jab and good straightforward punches. The thing I worry about, and one of the best lines of the night was, if Amir Khan is going to fight Timothy Bradley, he better wear headgear. That was from your boy. That was from your man Larry Merchant.
Yeah, but I don't even think
but he got it like that type of stuff. Those little trickery things.
Protect yourself at all times.
Those little tricky things. How do Amir react after he gets cut?
Yeah, but how does Amir react to a person who really going to put pressuring body punches,
holding,
punch up top, a whole lot of intangibles. I'm not sure that Amir Khan.
No, that's a good. So we go to the meat and potatoes of the card, the HBO card that is welterweight championship, WBC title belt on the line. Andre Berto versus Victor Vicious Ortiz. This fight wasn't actually an upset. A lot of people, when I picked Ortiz, I thought I was going on a limb. But as I start talking to people and reading things, it was actually a pick'em fight. Like a lot of people either picked Berto or they picked Victor Ortiz. That was the lesser of two evils because they felt both of them had a lot of scars, if you will.
A lot of flaws.
A lot of flaws, a lot of scars, and a lot of questions to be answered. So. It wasn't an upset. I just wanted to put that out there, just to clarify. It wasn't an upset.
What's the history? They were around. They was around the same time as amateurs. Did they ever fight? Because they said Berto was at sometimes 20 pounds.
Yeah, he was fighting at a higher weight class.
They said 154 at times.
Which I don't see, and I don't. Maybe he didn't know how to. When guys are amateurs and they box, they don't know how to.
Right. He seems like a naturally muscular guy. Now maybe Ortiz went through the range where because Ortiz
had no business fighting at junior welterweight.
Ortiz has the bigger frame than Berto, but before this fight, he didn't appear to be as muscular.
No, he didn't look as muscular. But when they first came out in round one, it was. And I don't know. Emmanuel Stewart said Berto's the bigger guy. I'm like, what is he watching? Like Victor Ortiz looked like a junior middleweight, which he was. Actually, he came in as a middleweight. He came in the fight weighing 161 to be exact. Let's go through the fight a little bit. We ain't got
first of all, Ortiz comes in with the beard. He had the pretty boy thing going on for him. He came in with the rough beard. I don't know where he got the body from. All praise. I hope it came from the gym. The body.
We gotta couch that with everything going on.
I really hope it came from the gym.
We'll assume that.
You talking about probably one of the most muscular middleweight.
You start thinking about Fernando Vargas versus Oscar.
Be honest. You talking about one of the most muscular welterweights looking like he just shrunk in the presence of Ortiz.
Which is coming out like Thor.
The only guy. You had Iron Man, but this is the only guy. So, he came out just looking vicious like Victor Ortiz. And we all know that he has a lot to prove.
Right.
But the gas pedal, man, we talking about 550 horses. Like, you talking about a guy who's messing with probably a 6-cylinder engine looking like he had a Twizy out there because, and Twizy, for all you people know, V12, shout out to the 850 1990s, my dream car.
8.5.
And if you got
TVs in the dash.
Send some stuff on the board if you fans of that car. But he never, ever slowed up, man.
Never slowed up.
Yeah, never slowed up.
That changed the dynamics of the fight. Like him.
Well, even before that, we know. I mean, we gotta go to the other side. Berto's a person who's never been in with a puncher since he got hurt early in his career. So he was in there with a person.
He's never been in with a puncher ever.
And we wondered if Ortiz could carry his punch up. Definitely hurt him very early because Berto's going to fight you like this.
Yeah.
He's going to fight you
He's
like
cock and low.
He's going to try to outwork you. A la Shane Mosley without the granite chin. He got hurt early. And I'm going to tell you, early sign when I knew it was problems for Berto. An early sign is he kept going like this. He kept shaking his head. That means he couldn't get the cobwebs out.
Yeah.
So I think he was discouraged from round 1.
Well, let's talk about how the knockdown occurs because he basically took, shout out, I know a lot of the Mexican fan base, had their drivers with Victor Ortiz, but he fought like the Mexican style fight on Saturday night.
Right.
He applied a lot of pressure. Listen, he's not Margarito where he's going to take 30 punches to give up 3. That's not his style.
A little head movement,
but he didn't just eat punches to take punches. I thought he applied what I like to call smart pressure. He closed the distance of the ring by opposing his bigger body and his bigger frame. He didn't throw a lot of jabs, but he threw a lot of short, close-range punches, and that just put wear and tear on Berto.
But he landed the overhand right very early.
Oh, he landed. That's
Berto's
right.
not a defensive.
Well, they said he's a right-hand southpaw, and that's another thing that gave him trouble. Right. I don't think they prepared for the power in his right hand.
I don't know if they prepared too much for anybody. It's just the fact, like, Berto's just one of these very athletic guys who outworks you, out-punches you. Like I said, a la Shane Mosley, but he's not as athletic as Shane, not as durable as Shane. So, they both hurt each other. I think Berto thought he pulled off a Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, hurt him, got a little careless, chased him around, and he got hurt again. But I give all respect to Victor Ortiz. We saw what he's been served up to in the front row, though. Because Floyd gonna come out.
The story ain't complete yet.
So we telling you here.
We're telling you right now.
Floyd,
I wrote an article about it today.
Even though his boy 50 got a mansion in the same neighborhood, Floyd don't show up for no reason.
Right.
So he's getting served up to Floyd, and trust me, it's not gonna look like a fight with Berto because. One thing with Ortiz, he doesn't move his head. He's not a defensive fighter at all.
Yeah, but it's still, if he fight Floyd, like I told you on Saturday, it's a win-win for him. Though he's a guy whose career was kind of being written off.
He's young. You cashing him out early.
Hey,
whatever it takes. Let's get to the Showtime card.
All right. So Showtime, featherweight title fight. Thanks to sleep because I forgot. Wama was even on.
We're talking about HBO. I'm like, yo, turn to Showtime.
I was like, you sure? Because they're notorious for playing fights from 4 years ago.
Speaking of 50,
and saying new in the caption.
Speaking of 50, doom.
He was in
the club.
He was in the club.
Wama had to be in the club.
Oh, Bob Arum confirmed. Me and Sleep on Saturday night. We said he was partying. We gonna put it right out there.
Go.
Bob Arum and I quote said, I told him to follow in the steps of Miguel Cotto and perform your training camp away from that island. It's no good for him.
Lackluster from round 1. Looks sluggish.
So he's undisciplined in the ring and outside the ring.
Looks sluggish. He's throwing punches like this. I'm like, where's the snap? And
he was slow.
Salido, Salido. I got shout out to my WTBA basketball team. I got a kid named Salido. Salido, he fought the right fight, and they said, he got the.
No, I'm about to throw this right here. That's what he did, and there was no trickery behind it.
And Lopez did with Teddy Atlas.
We can go.
Always says he didn't behave like a fighter when he got hurt. Just like Berto didn't behave, because Berto he's throwing punches when he's hurt. Lopez, he gets hurt, and he's sitting there trying to trade, trying to be exciting, trying to be Tito.
Right.
He's not Tito. He can be great, but he just doesn't have the discipline, I think.
And the discipline got to be outside the ring first and foremost. When I heard he balloons up to 100 and 180, 190 pounds, and you fight at 126 pounds, that's not a good look. That's a guy that don't take his craft very seriously. Yeah, that's been confirmed today too as well. So a lot of little stuff is coming out about
and he got some personal issues.
And I don't want to take this away from Salido. Salido's a guy that fought Gamboa, gave Gamboa some trouble.
Hurt Gamboa. He got the fight on short notice.
They're going to show you the type of athlete that
Salido, the winky right of this division.
No, I will say more to Juan Manuel Marquez, a late bloomer, coming along and is going to beat these new up-and-coming guys. Also, I wanted to say real quick, I think that by not taking the fight with Eureka's Gamboa sooner than later, they probably saved Juan Manuel Lopez's life.
Oh, by the way, that was a horrible stoppage. Don't mind that. That was a horrible stoppage. You stop a fight when the guy's defenseless and not returning fire. He landed a counter punch when the referee stepped in. He's in his hometown. He's the champion. I understand he was taking some headshots, but he was conscious. He was returning shots. I think that was a horrible stop.
See, I'm in disagreement with Sleep because I'm one of these guys. I want the fighters to live to see it. I want them to be able to continue. And the fact that he's going to fight him in a rematch, but I'm not exactly sure about.
But this is you talking about a guy who has a history of getting off the canvas, a history of returning fire.
He had some bad fights.
Live by the shield, you die by the shield. He has a history of doing that. Let the champion live on.